Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. This is the card I'm making today. It's an easel card. As you can see, it stands like that, and if you can see so well on the camera, there you go, that's how it stands. So this is actually a project we made in my online card club. Now I host a card club via Facebook Live in my Facebook group once a month, and we make about 4 to 5 projects together one evening. Usually starts about 7 o'clock on a Wednesday evening, the third Wednesday in a month, and this is one of the projects we made, so I thought I'd share it with you on YouTube as well. So let's get started. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to make a noise, and I'm going to want not my scoreboard, I'm actually going to want my trimmer, and we're going to use a scoring blade on our trimmer. I love my trimmer, it's just so useful, the blade just lasts forever and ever. So I've got a ton of bits of card here. Now this piece of card is half an A4 sheet, so if you consider this is one half, I've got cut down here, that will be the other half, so you can see. And we are going to score, let's see where we're going to score. I didn't bother to write it down, no problems. We're going to score firstly in half, so that's going to be at 15.85 centimeters, just there, and that's basically making your piece in half like that. And then one of these ends, I find the easiest way to do this, I'll show you. Just take away the scoreboard at the moment, I mean the scoring tool. So now we're going to want one of these pieces to fold in, and I actually find it just easier to do it like this, and that will give me my score line. And then I'll burnish everything properly with my I usually get it to go both ways to be on the safe side, because it's going to stand like that. Okay, so you want it to be really well burnished. Okay, that's going to be like that. So if you wanted to actually score it, you are going, let me measure so you can tell, you're going to be scoring at 7.3 centimeters. Okay, so that's that piece done, so we can set that aside for now and work on our panel. Now I've got some designer series paper now. In this one I used the Sweet Symmetry designer series paper. This time I'm using the peach, Sweet as a Peach or whatever it's called, designer series paper, and I'm just deciding whether I want the blue or do I want the stripes. You know what? I want the stripes. I knew I would. Nice and big and bold and bright and happy. Not that this isn't nice as well, but I feel like a sunny type of card. I'm filming this towards the end of June, even though it's only going out in August, and it is pouring with rain outside, and I need something to brighten me up inside. So this is going to do the trick. So there we have our panel, and all the measurements that I've mentioned will be on the blog post on my website, and the link to that is in the description box below. So this is the panel that's going to go on the front of the card. Bring back a card base. Well, actually first I'm going to bring back here a piece of basic white, and then I'm going to use a punch, which I'm just going to get now, and there's this one here, and it's called the Symmetrical Stems punch. And I'm just going to put my piece of Whisper White, basic white in. I still can't get the name right. And I always start in the centre, and I'm going to punch, and then just take it out so you can measure like that, and then save these two pieces because we're going to use these two punched out pieces. Okay, and now we're just going to pull it to the side so we can finish our punching along the edge, on the one edge, and then the same here. Okay, close up the punch, get rid of that. Put that, those pieces we're not going to use. So we have this fun little border at the bottom of our card. Now you can either decide that you just have this white, this blue, balmy, this is balmy blue. I don't think I said that. This is balmy blue. You can either have the balmy blue showing, or you can have, I've cut here a piece of the same designer series paper, and I'm trying to decide which pattern do I want to show through. And yeah, I think we're going to have the stripes showing through. Okay, so all I'm going to do here is put some Tombow, if it wants to come out. Initially just round this design. And I've just cut a little piece here, and this measures 10 centimeters by 3 centimeters. And I'm just going to line it up and press it down like that, so that we have a little pattern showing through. And then I'm just going to put Tombow on the back of this whole piece and stick this down as I insert. Make sure you have everything facing the right way, which it is. Okay, lovely. So I'm going to have a piece here. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to have a piece here as my stopper. Now you could have another piece of designer series paper. I'm just going to have this, and I've not cut it down to the right length, so let me just do that. It also needs to be 10 centimeters wide, so easy like that. Remember, the dark blade is for cutting and the light blade is for scoring, and the blades do last forever. I don't remember the last time I actually changed the blade in that thing, and I craft a lot, you know. I'm making lots of projects every week, and it really does last. My customers are really happy with it too. So now I've stuck this down with just some, you know, Tombow, but you could also put, I think on this one I actually used some dimensionals. Now where are those two pieces of white? These are going to be our, these little cutouts are going to be our little decoration. So we're going to have one like that. So I'm going to use Tombow again, just to, so you can get into all these nooks and crannies. Nice and easy. Oh, come out, Tombow. Okay. I'm just going to have one that goes a bit like that, and then the other one's going to go the other way. Excuse me. Something like that. Okay, so that we can set aside, and we're going to bring in our panels. Now I've got a piece here of basic white, and we're going to do a little stamping, and I'm going to use Night of Navy ink, and the stamp set I'm going to use is one of my favourites, Peaceful Moments, and we're going to say happy birthday. So let's ink this up nicely and just try and get it centered. Go for it. Lovely, that'll do. Close this up, put that aside. Now we're going to put this on a piece of balmy blue to mat it. Just here. Just like that. And then more adhesive, and the front of our stripy panel. I'm just going to go like that. Now we're going to attach this down before we put our flowers. So what I'm actually going to do is put adhesive on this piece so that I know that I'm not going to get adhesive anywhere except exactly where I want it. So I'm just going to use some Tombow, because that's what my hand grabbed for first. Okay, there we go. And we're going to line the, whoopsie daisy, going to line the bottom of this card with the bottom of our panel. And they should be the same width, so it should all fit perfectly. It's just, that's why Tombow is good, it gives you a bit of wiggle room to get things right. So there we have stars of our easel card. Okay. And now we're going to do some fun bits, some decorating. Now I've cut out quite a few flowers out of this set, and this is called the Pierce Blooms Dies set, and I've cut out all of these flowers here with the little holes in the centre. I didn't cut any leaves, but I cut flowers. It's a great die set, isn't it? I mean, you get a zillion and one dies. I cut it out of Balmy Blue. Here are all my bits already cut out, as if by magic. Didn't think you needed to see me running everything through the die cutting machine. Now what I'm going to do is get my piercing mat. I'm sorry my arm's in the camera, but I just need to get this out. This is our piercing mat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. Now this has various tools on it that you can actually take out like this and put the one that you need into it. Here, so you can see it comes with this little stylus tool, and it also comes with a spare putty tool as well. So let me put all of this away, and of course you also get the pokey tool as well. So it's a really useful piece of kit. I'm going to take out my pokey tool, which I keep in there de rigueur, and I'm going to put in here my stylus tool, and it just locks in like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our flowers, and you'll see there's stitching, so one side feels bumpy, one side doesn't, and we're just going to give this some dimension just by the circular motion, breaking the fibres down in the paper. It really helps it to become dimensional. So I'll show you again on this one. Just like that. So I'm just going to do all of these and I'll be back. Okay, so I've got some dimension on all my pieces, as you can see, and now we're just going to decide where we want to put them. So I'm just going to place everything down with some Tombow. So maybe that like that. Yeah, a little one down here. I like to do things in sort of little clusters. Maybe one of these instead. And down like that. And then this big one here. Maybe actually I'm going to have this one here. Sort of like that. Yeah, I think that's enough. I'm not going to use those two pieces. And then I think they really need to have something to zhuzh them up, a flower centre. So you can see I put my pokey tool back on my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to use these big rhinestones as my flower centres, and you can see it really does make all the difference having a flower centre. Okay, so there Whoopsie daisy. There are your 2 easel cards. So I hope you liked them. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up to YouTube now. And don't forget to subscribe to future videos. If you want more information, as I said, about this project, it's all on the blog post on my website, and the links to that and all my social media links, including the Facebook group where I host the monthly card club I mentioned, are all in the description box below. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye!